Okay, so we did this epithelial tissues identification practice. We're going to go through the answers and explanations. I am going to put the regular Google slide on there as well, so you will have that to practice at home on your own. So here we go. If they get it wrong, just put a check mark next to it. They can check the slides later to get the correct answer. We don't have to worry about writing all the correct answers in for them. That'll take too long probably. But just put a slash through the number if they get it wrong. I do want to see, just out of curiosity, how different students did. Like I said, I'm not going to count this against you in your grade, though. I'm just going to give you credit for your effort. If they get it right, just leave it alone. Okay, don't worry about putting like C's for correct or anything. All right, so the first one, number 1. What I see here, first of all, is I see more than one layer of cells. Okay, and if I look at the cells that are closest to the surface, I would say that this is stratified for more than one layer. And with the outermost cells looking flattened, I would call it squamous because these look flattened up here. Okay, so this is skin, for example. So these are like the new cells being made as they go to the surface, they flatten. All right. So that is number 1. Number 2. All right. This looks pretty wild. First thing I notice, I'm always looking at the edges on these. So I do notice there's some kind of surface feature here. So right away I'm thinking of cilia or microvilli, one of those two. They're both associated with columnar cells. So what I want to look at is I want to look at the nuclei. Do the nuclei look like they're all arranged neatly in a row going across here? Or do they look like they're in multiple layers? Okay, looks like multiple layers to me. Now the only one that we have that's multiple layers, columnar with a surface feature, would be pseudostratified. And so that tells me that that surface feature I'm seeing there, that would be the cilia, the little hairs, okay? So 2 is pseudostratified. All right, number 3. So 3, I see one layer of cells. They look like they're column shaped. The nuclei are a neat little row. I would say columnar. And simple columnar also has surface features, which I can see some surface features here. On these ones, those are microvilli that help with absorption. Okay, so we find these with the digestive tract. Okay, simple columnar. And number 4. Okay, this is tough. Top-down view of, this is number 4, right? Number 4, this is actually simple squamous. One of the ways they describe that in the top down is that it looks like fried eggs. So if you see something that looks like fried eggs, it's simple squamous. Number 5. All right, so number 5 definitely looks like column-shaped cells. So I'm thinking columnar something. The nuclei are not arranged nice and neat in one row. There should be some cilia on the surface then. This is going to be pseudostratified again. Okay. And number 6. Ooh, this looks pretty easy. Number 6, I'm going to say that that's one layer of cells, so it's simple, and those cells look flattened. I'm going to call that simple squamous. Number 7. Ooh. So each of these rings going around is a part of the tissue. That's what we're looking at there. And each one of these rings consists of one layer of cells that are cube shaped. So that's the one that's simple cuboidal. Okay, simple cuboidal there. Number 8. All right. Ooh, this is crazy. All these different nuclei at different levels like this. This is making me think that maybe we've got another pseudostratified. If I look at pseudostratified, though, I know that the big thing about pseudostratified is that on the surface they have those hair-like projections, the cilia. But when I look at the surface here, I do not see the cilia up at the top. So this is tricky. The only one I could think that this could be for number 8 is the transitional. Transitional can be tough. We kind of think of it as many layers of cube-shaped cells, but the thing about transitional is that it can stretch, so the shape of those cells actually changes, so that can be tough. But if you see something with all these nuclei at different levels, without a surface feature, no cilia on it, then this is going to be our transitional. All right, number 9. Okay, on number 9, I'm seeing many layers of cells. I don't see any surface features on this. Cells towards the surface kind of look flattened. I'm going to say stratified squamous. Okay. Number 10. That's pretty easy. That's one layer, so that's simple. Look like cubes to me. Simple cuboidal. Okay. And number 11. Definitely looks like column-shaped cells to me. All the cells look nice and organized and neat in one layer. And I'm going to think this is simple columnar. And what's really going to clinch it for me is looking at the surface. It does appear that there is a surface feature there. Hard to tell if it's cilia or microvilli, but there is some kind of surface feature. But the fact that these are columnar and the nuclei are all on the same level, this is going to be our simple columnar, which tells me that those things that I'm seeing there that are hard to tell, those would be the microvilli. Okay. And last one, number 12. So definitely looks like multiple layers of cells, kind of looking up here. And the cells at the surface, they do look kind of like flattened, flaky. This is going to be our stratified squamous. So can you please count the number they got wrong, put minus whatever at the top, give it back to them, and then can you guys put those in the tray, please? And then we are done.